Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Favor and I'm a lifestyle content creator living in Winnipeg, Manitoba in Canada. If this is the first time here, you're definitely welcome. Please subscribe so you can join our family, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for always coming when I post new videos. I'm back with more apartment tour videos, and you guys, it's that time of the year where we have a lot of people coming in, so I've been up and about trying to find places for people. But yeah, this is a 2-bedroom apartment and this was on the market for just a little less than $1,600 a month. So I saw a couple of units and they pretty much look the same, but there were slight differences. So like in terms of the kind of flooring that was used or the kinds of cabinets that they had in the unit. But yeah, this is a 2-bedroom apartment, and then this one was for $1,599 and the other one was on the market for $1,549. So just a little less than 1,600, right? The good thing about this place is that all utilities are included, which I honestly feel is starting to become really scarce these days. I find apartments and they cost so much but utilities are not included. So when you see a place like this, honestly, it's a steal. Another good thing about the apartment is that your rent includes a parking spot, so you're good to go if you have a car or if you drive. Something about this apartment is they require a guarantor or co-signer when applying. However, some apartments are able to skip that part if you're able to provide a couple of months upfront, right? So it's just something to have in mind, knowing that you're a new immigrant and you probably don't have a guarantor. It's just nice if you can save up at least 3 to 6 months rent upfront. That way you can offer the landlord and try to see if it's something that they're willing to accept. Anyways, that's that for that apartment. I went to see another place, and this one happened to be a townhouse located South Winnipeg. This was on the market for $1,450 a month, but no utility was included, so you would have to pay your water, your heat, and your hydro yourself. But I don't think it's that bad considering all the amount of space that you have. So you get the main floor and you also get the basement. The washer and dryer were located in the basement, and there was also a second bathroom in the basement, which you see shortly. But honestly, you can't go wrong with additional storage space. So I just like that there was a lot of storage in this house. Even if the upstairs didn't have a lot of storage, you have all of that in the basement, so you have enough space in this house. You can also turn the basement to a rec room if you want, just like another spot to chill and relax with your family, right? So I like that about this place. As mentioned earlier, sometimes it's hard to get standard apartments just because their requirements are usually standard, and so in cases where someone doesn't have a guarantor, it's usually hard to do those negotiations. However, if you get to meet the actual landlord like I did when I was viewing this house, it might be easy to explain the situation better to the landlord, and most times those landlords are understanding. And as long as you can explain to them that, oh hey, I'm new here but I have 6 months upfront and I'm willing to pay that as security for you, just because I don't have credit history or a current job offer right now. Some of those people are willing to accept that. So yeah, I honestly prefer going for houses or places where I can actually meet the landlord. But I'm not saying that it's impossible to get a place with standard apartments. It's just that a lot of times the options are limited and you just have to be realistic with your expectations, right? So yeah, but yeah, this is the apartment. There are 2 rooms and then there's the bathroom, kitchen, and living room, of course. While looking at the bathroom, I noticed they didn't have a rod over the top, and so I asked him and he said that he was going to fix it before the new tenant moves in. So these are things that we're looking out for. So yeah, we pretty much offer thoughts and suggestions where necessary and just check that the place is in good condition for you before you move in. So yeah, in as much as we're here to help out as much as possible, you also need to be realistic because it just makes it easier for everybody. Another thing I would like to quickly mention is that I do not set the prices, okay? Because I've had people reach out and ask questions about that. The landlords are the ones that set the prices. All I do is go check out the places on your behalf and ensure that the place is in good condition for you. We also try to work with your budget as much as possible, and again, we offer suggestions where necessary because I understand there's the exchange rate and all of that, but it's always based on market availability and market pricing, right? So that's just something to have in mind when looking for a place. Another thing I'd like to share is that it's advisable to start your accommodation search at least 1 month before your expected moving date, okay? So if you want to move in December 1st, start searching searching from the end of October or at least early November. That way you're not under pressure and you have more options to pick from. The more time you give yourself up front, the better for you. Another thing I'd like to quickly mention is that a lot of landlords rent from the first of the month to the end of the month. So like, December 1st to December 31st. So it's just something to have in mind when booking your flight tickets. It's easier to come, towards the end of the month or come, just at the beginning of the month. That way you can move in almost, upon arrival, or if you come, say, towards the end of the month, you don't have to pay, for so many days at a temporary location. That's just something I wanted to mention because sometimes I have people that come, say, like mid-month, and sometimes it's hard. I mean, it's not hard, but it's just like, you're arriving mid-month and you might still have to pay for the full month, right? So it's just something to have in mind when booking your flight. Anyways, that's that. I went to view another place, and this was a 2-bedroom and 2-bathroom apartment, and then this was located around St. Anne's, St. Vital area. It was on the market for $1,590. It was nice because you have your washer and dryer in suite, which is always good. I thought they had good storage in this place, and then the master bedroom had a walk-in closet as well as its own bathroom. So yeah, that was really nice. The only problem I had with this apartment was that no utility was included, and they were charging almost $1,600, right? So yeah, I mean, it's not bad. It was newly renovated, so that's that. As mentioned earlier, a lot of the new apartments these days don't include utilities, so yeah, just something to have in mind. So yeah, that's that for that apartment. This next place I went to see was a townhouse as well. This was on the market for $1,300, which is quite affordable. However, no utility was included. The landlord mentioned that they were still working on this particular unit, so they were doing some renovations, so the flooring was going to be changed and everything was going to look like the hardwood flooring. He also mentioned that they were going to do some painting, which I think is good because it's always nice to clean up a place before the new tenant moves in. So yeah, it's a 2-bedroom apartment with 1 bathroom, and then as I mentioned earlier, no utility was included, but the landlord said he can also rent with all utilities included. It will just come at a higher price, right? So he said that if you want all utilities to be included, he would charge $1,700 for the rent, which I think is okay, but I also don't feel like you would spend that much. Again, it's based on individual lifestyle and usage, right? So some people might not even spend that much, while some people might, right? So it's hard to say. The good thing is if you do the one with all utilities included, you're sure that you don't ever have to worry about any other thing, like your rent is your rent. But if you pick the option without the utilities, there's that flexibility every month. So I would honestly suggest going with the option without utilities because 1.3 is good, and if you can manage how you use your utilities, I think you'll honestly be good to go. I also noticed there was no washer and dryer, and he mentioned based on the renovations that they were doing, they were going to rearrange it, so the current location of the fridge would be where the washer and dryer would be, and then the fridge was going to move. But yeah, that'll be it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching up until this point. As always, if you have questions, feel free to let me know, or if you need assistance with accommodation search, by all means reach out to us and we're here to help you out. Yeah, I'll see you in my next video, but until then, stay safe and stay blessed. Bye.